A short guided meditation. If you just for a moment close your eyes and imagine that inside of you lives a beautiful self energy, an energy that is calm, clear, confident, curious, connected, creative, compassionate, and courageous. There are also many different parts that your psyche has that have been created over your life in order to protect you so that you are safe, and also parts that throughout your life might have become hurt or disappointed, and which essentially have become your vulnerable, soft, gentle parts that are often younger, carry emotional wounds or certain burdens, and which your protectors have put away to make sure that those parts are able to stay safe. These vulnerable parts oftentimes hold the deepest sadness, disappointment, and sorrow. But the truth of the matter is that they have already survived these experiences. And as long as they stay hidden and protected, on the one hand they are safe, but on the other hand they also pay the price of being splintered off away from you and also being very lonely because they are away from your beautiful self energy. And in our work together, in our therapeutic work, I can help you to slowly reconnect with those parts. But in today's meditation, we want to really look at the protectors themselves. And these protectors we can divide into two sorts. The managers, which are essentially trying to manage your life, manage your ego, manage the external demands, and ensure that for the most part you function quite well. And the firefighters. Firefighters essentially want to keep you safe from shame, from pain, and from emotional overwhelm. So you can imagine that whereas managers will work preemptively to keep you sometimes dissociated, away from uncomfortable emotions, they might control things, they might distract you, they might make you procrastinate on things to keep you safe. Firefighters will simply react. They will activate you in order to rescue you from uncomfortable feelings, from danger, or often even unsafe people. And they will often do this by fighting, numbing, soothing, or comforting you in ways that may not be particularly helpful. In today's meditation, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes and simply go inwards. Go into the place where you feel at peace, where there's calmness, where there is open heart, where there's curiosity, and where you feel there's nothing to defend. Some people find that within the mountains or in nature. Some people find that on a walk through the park, and some people find it on their yoga mat. And so just take a few breaths to simply connect to your self-energy. And at the same time, also notice if there's anything else happening in your body. Any sensations, thoughts, maybe things that don't quite feel like that for you. It could be lower back stiffness. It could be a headache or pesky thoughts. It could be a worry or someone saying, why bother? Why do this? This is all crazy. And what I'd like you to do is just to simply notice it and help it notice that you're seeing it. Notice how this part that has become present through sensation or thought or body is there, wanting to get your attention, wanting to have you know about its existence. And notice how this part reacts once it knows that you're here in your self-energy, aware and noticing it. Extend some love and compassion to this part and welcome it. I know this may sound paradoxical, but actually giving space to these parts while you show up in your self-energy is such an important process of letting the parts know that you're here for them, and that therefore they're not alone. They may not have to work so hard. They may not have to cope so much. And they need not be afraid when you're around. And so maybe if there's a part that you're really aware of, that you recognize from the way it talks to you, the way it shows up for you in your daily life, send some acknowledgement to let the part know that you know it, that this part is familiar to you, and that you recognize it. And maybe see if this part, however it shows up around you or within your body, see what information this part has for you. What knowledge does this part bring? What does it know? What is its reality? And also, is there anything that it fears? And simply listen to whatever it's willing to tell you or communicate to you. And if it says nothing, if it doesn't want to communicate, that's fine. Just send it appreciation for being here. And if you notice another part blocking this, or another part appearing, just notice that part too, and welcome it. Imagine a giant circle of parts where all your parts are welcome. Let's today offer appreciation to your whole system for its good intention to work hard on your behalf in trying to keep you safe. Like a loving parent or a wise elder, stay calm and simply allow the part to be with you. There's no need to be afraid. And keep noticing what happens with the part. Notice how old the part might be. Or how old does it think it is? And if that's not your current age, let it know what age you are. And see how it takes in that information. Thank you for being here. And when you're ready, make it a promise that you will come and visit again by getting yourself grounded and simply coming to notice what your system is up to. Your practice will be to do this from this safe space of your self-energy, from this place of curiosity, calm, connection, from this place of very strong ground of your inner being. To begin to build awareness about the different parts, their histories, their ages, their needs, and how hard they're working for you. I recommend trying this practice 2 or 3 times before we meet. Take another deep breath, and on the exhale, allow yourself a big sigh. In, breathing, and breathing. Let's do that 2 more times. Inward breath. Hold. And a sigh. Inward breath. Hold. And a sigh. Letting all the tension go and trusting that you are just where you need to be and you're safe and all is well. I'll see you next time.